Misk and Emad in the magic school bus inside the respiratory system. The sun hadn't fully risen yet when Misk, a third grader, and her older brother Emad, a fifth grader, boarded the school bus. But this morning was not normal. There was no driver. The steering wheel was spinning on its own, and the interior lights were flashing in rainbow colors. Suddenly, a deep, friendly voice came from the loudspeaker. "Welcome to the Discovery Tour! Get ready for an amazing shrinkage!" Before they could utter a word, the bus shook violently. The view outside the window transformed from the familiar street to a huge pink and moist wall. Emad shouted excitedly, "Misk, look! We're shrinking! What is this place?" The bus's voice replied, "We just entered through the nostrils, little explorers. Our destination is the lungs of a volunteer named Salem to find out how he breathes." The bus glided smoothly down a warm, moist passage. The bus explained, "This is the pharynx and then the trachea. The bus is equipped with millions of tiny cilia that help us push out any dust or germs, just like the real cilia in Salem's body." After a while, the path split. The bus followed one of the branches, which became smaller and smaller. "We are now in the bronchi," the bus said. Emad noticed the air flowing steadily around them. "So this is the air we breathe?" The bus continued to shrink until it was the size of a grain of sand. They stopped in a place that looked like a cluster of small pink grapes. The bus whispered, "We have arrived at the alveoli. Here is where the great miracle happens." The bus attached itself to one balloon. Misk and Emad watched as red blood cells passed quickly along the outer wall. "Look what they are leaving behind," the bus explained. They watched tiny, clear particles of carbon dioxide leave the red blood cells and enter the balloon. At the same time, shiny blue particles of oxygen rushed from the air inside the balloon and quickly attached themselves to the red blood cells. Misk happily exclaimed, "Gas exchange! We took the oxygen and gave the carbon dioxide." "Now it's time for the return journey," the bus said. As they began their trip outward, they felt a strong push. The bus chuckled. "That's the diaphragm pushing the lungs. It's the process of exhalation." In the blink of an eye, the bus exited through Salem's mouth as a warm breath. The bus immediately returned to its normal size, and Misk and Emad found themselves sitting in their seats, stopped in front of the school. Misk looked at Emad with wide eyes. "What a respiratory journey." Emad smiled. "But will Salem know our bus was just inside him?" They laughed as they left the bus, ready for school.